Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Fab Mancini, and I'm so excited that you are here with us. And maybe you have seen me on the Dr. Phil show or the doctors, or maybe Fox News, or maybe CNN, or maybe you have read one of my best-selling books, especially The Power of Self-Healing, or maybe you've attended one of my lectures or heard me on the radio. But we're here to talk about Globallee, the most amazing new company that's putting together some of the best products with the highest ingredients in order to serve the health of humanity, the health of you and me. And that's the reason that I'm so excited to be here with you to talk about one of their products, which is called TAKA. And I brought for you one of my dear friends, one of the most eminent doctors that actually trains doctors all over the world, Dr. Mitch Malley, that has had tremendous results with TAKA, not only on himself and his family, but also his patients. So, hey, Dr. Malley, how are you today?
Good to see you, Fab. I'm great, man. I've got my TAKA in one hand, and I'm going to TAKA in the other, and we're going to talk about it. It's been phenomenal.
Well, I'm so excited because, as you know, both of us have been in the path of a mission to really help people understand that health has to be your number one priority. And we also understand that having nutritional deficiencies is the number one cause for most of the illness that we're suffering with. So Dr. Malley and I have been working very close in not only taking this product for a couple of months, but also making sure that we are allowing many of our patients and our friends to be able to experience the product and be able to tell us a little bit about it. So Dr. Malley, tell me a little bit about what was your first impression when you received your TAKA product and you started really understanding the ingredients that our wonderful CEO and formulator, Mark McKnight, put together this amazing product?
Well, Fab, you know, when you contacted me, I did my due diligence, and my two brothers are biochemists and immunologists with PhDs and masters. So we looked at all the ingredients, and again, Mark McKnight has done an absolute brilliant job of synergistically putting these elements together, these vitamins, these minerals, the algae, and so on and so forth. Everything he's put together works so incredible that when we opened it up and tasted it, it was just an easy no-brainer. The taste is incredible. We don't drink my wife and I don't drink anywhere near the volume of coffee that we used to do. And you know, that comes from the chicory root, which is also in this ingredient, and that is actually like a coffee or non-caffeine substitute. So that plus the guarana reed and many other ingredients gives us the energy that's a long-lasting energy. It doesn't hit the peak like caffeine and then drop off. We have this long-lasting energy, which is just tremendous. And you and I both speak around the world. We need the endurance, we need the libido, we need the energy, we need all of it just to keep us functioning at the high level that we do.
You know, one of the things that I found very amazing is that when I first started tasting this product, I have never actually had any hibiscus taste before. But then I know that at Starbucks, that their number one seller is what is called the hibiscus tea, other than coffee. And when I started tasting the hibiscus, my first impression was like, this is very refreshing. But it wasn't until like the second and third day that my body started craving that taste, and all of a sudden became my favorite taste of anything. And as you know, like you, I drink 2 TAKAs in the morning and 1 at noon, and that has been for a couple of months how I've been able to sustain my health and well-being. The other thing that surprised me was that within the first month of taking TAKA, I lost 8 pounds. Now, I didn't need to lose a lot of weight. So tell me a little bit about, I know that you've had some great results with, let's take weight loss, for instance. Why do you feel that this product is really supporting those excess pounds that all of us are trying to lose, but so few of us are ever successful in losing?
Well, as you know, without going down the whole entire list of all the ingredients, Fab, what's amazing is that the product has in it mood and appetite control, and hibiscus actually helps with weight loss. There are numerous ingredients which brilliantly work together for cardiovascular health, for eye health, for weight loss, and really when you feel this abundant energy, you don't want to stop to eat, so it literally suppresses your appetite. And I think you've noticed that as well.
Well, you know, what was interesting is that after I started taking this product, I had just started what is called an intermittent fasting. And I had done that because so many of my friends and I was reading the literature, and I was finding that intermittent fasting has become one of the best ways for people to manage their weight. So I started doing it, but I was starting to get headaches by the time like 10 o'clock came, and I didn't have to eat until noon or maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. And now I take my TAKA after my workout, and I don't have actually any hunger until the time that I need to eat, which is typically now I'm averaging about 2 to 2:30 in the afternoon.
Haven't you also noticed, and kudos to that, because I've noticed exactly the same thing, Fab. You know what's really funny is you're drinking an energy drink that substitutes for caffeine, yet keeps your energy at a level, but yet if you drink it before you go to bed, you have the most amazing night of sleep, and you wake up refreshed. So it literally helps to rejuvenate you while you're sleeping. And the beetroot powder in it, the ascorbic acid, and the fuicidin that comes from the algae, the brown algae. I mean, it's just amazing how this man could concept, excuse me, and derive TAKA as such an incredible product.
Well, so I know that his formula is very simple. He looks at science-based ingredients that science has proven that they have certain results in the body. And then he looks for the best manufacturers out there to put together these formulas. But let's talk a little bit about something. You are one of the most premier doctors when it comes to athletic injuries. You've been teaching doctors how to deal with that. And part of those injuries are inflammatory processes where athletes or individuals come to you and they have a lot of inflammation and pain. Tell me a little bit about some of the results that you're seeing, and why do you feel TAKA has ingredients that are actually supporting those processes to allow the body to heal faster?
That's an excellent question, because turmeric, as you know, has about 4,700 articles, and turmeric has in it what was called curcumin, and the curcumin is actually very anti-inflammatory, plus the bromelain that's in this. It comes from the pineapple. It's the strongest natural anti-inflammatory in existence, called bromelain. It's where the stem of the pineapple meets the actual fruit. If you ate a whole pineapple, you might get sick to your stomach, but you didn't certainly get a whole lot of anti-inflammatory. When you add vitamin B12, the people going for B12 shots just for energy, but B12 also has anti-inflammatory effects as well. So when you couple these things together, Fab, my patients with osteoarthritis, I've got them taking this instead of taking a drug and a prescription. I'm telling them, try this, do 1 initially per day, and then increase to 2 or 3 as needed. And patients, I'm out of it again. I need a freaking caseload of this. I need a whole pallet. I need like 1,000 boxes right now, because we go through it tremendously.
You know, one of the other ingredients that I love about this product, because I've been a big fan, is aloe vera. And we know that aloe vera is essential for a healthy immune system. Tell me a little bit about what you're finding in some of these results that you're getting with so many amazing patients that are on the product now.
Well, with the aloe, you think of skin, right? Because if you have a burn, you always think about putting aloe on. And aloe is just loaded with iron, and it's loaded with silicon and potassium and other natural elements that help provide skin, the largest organ in the human body, the greatest organ of the body, an opportunity to heal from within. So adding aloe vera in the gel powder that's included in TAKA just affords people a tremendous opportunity for things like, if they're getting zits, and if they have problems with acne and other skin lesions and wounds and so on and so forth. Aloe is a tremendous adjunct to add to TAKA.
You know, you were telling me a story that I couldn't believe about one of your patients that had Tourette's syndrome. Can you go a little bit about that? Because it's amazing how when you put, and please listen to me, when you put the right ingredients in your body, and you feed that cell what is so starving from, because we know that over 90% of our foods are processed. And in fact, I went to the grocery store recently and I couldn't find, except for a small little aisle with organic vegetables, really food that is home processed. And as we know, when you process foods, yeah, it tastes good and it lasts longer in the shelf. But the problem is this: you don't have enough nutrients in the body. So tell me a little bit about that experience. And Dr. Malley, why do you feel this amazing nutrient product that we have called TAKA could have made such a difference on that patient?
Well, let's go to the basics of, look at sodas, pop and diet pop and the artificial sweeteners. And you look at what this product has, stevia, and it's all 100% natural. So that first in and of itself, high fructose corn syrup, you see in many, many different things. It's obviously not very good for you. And, one can of regular pop could take approximately 15 to 20 glasses of water to neutralize the acid from one can of pop, and diet pop about 30 glasses of water to neutralize the acid from a can of diet pop. When you think of what these things are doing to you, Mark McKnight put together in TAKA, he included ionic minerals. Minerals buffer acid. And if you go back to the far past, you can think about the pH miracle. You remember that? One of the most amazing things of the human body is, do you want our cells to look like a mucky lake, or do we want our cells to look like a clean aquarium? Well, the ionic minerals help to balance the pH, which allows our body to stay more in a buffered, neutral, alkaline environment, which will allow us to sustain life. One of the oldest human beings alive had his water in his well fed by the ocean, and when they checked the pH of it, it was like amazing. It was like 13.5 pH. He's 122 years of age, has his own teeth, doesn't wear glasses, and his hair looks young like yours. So I want to find out what you're doing, Fab, because I think you started another product ahead of me by about 2 weeks. Can you tell us about that?
Well, we're going to talk about that in another video, but because I want to save that one. But tell me a little bit about that Tourette syndrome, because that was really something that brought curiosity to me, because even though we know that maybe we don't have a high level cases of Tourette, but it's a case that really speaks for the value of when you put the right nutrients, whole foods in the body. It's amazing how the body heals.
So in this particular case, and by the way, she had such dramatic results with just 3 samples I gave her on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I didn't know about the Tourette's. Being her doctor, she was coming in for carpal tunnel syndrome and neck and headaches. And in fixing those, she came in on Monday after and said, Dr. Malley, I have something to report. Oh, yes. How did it go? She said, not only did it help me with my anxiety, the days that I took the TAKA, my anxiety was gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and half to 3/4 of Saturday. When she was out of the product, some of her anxiety started to show up at the end of the night, beginning of Sunday. And Sunday, she said she started developing a tic, a Tourette's tic. With her anxiety comes this tic, and it was gone. Fab, it was completely gone while she was taking TAKA. As a result, she signed up, she signed her husband up, she signed her mother up, and it's just been absolutely remarkable.
Well, I just really want to thank you. What would you say, Dr. Malley, for somebody out there that perhaps doesn't have the right eating behaviors, is not putting in their body the right amount of nutrients, which is the majority of the people out there, maybe doesn't have really good eating habits, maybe is forced to eat out more than preparing their own meals, maybe financially, they don't have the ability to, be able to buy high quality foods, etc. What would you say to them about why they should consider taking TAKA?
Well, number one, it's priced very affordable. And if somebody wanted to actually join the company globally, they can get the product markedly reduced and help other people. And as they help other people, they can eventually get their product free of charge as well. And I'm very excited to share that with you, number one. Number two, opioids for pain. Pain is usually a result of inflammation and swelling. TAKA has tremendous anti-inflammatories in it that will help you not have to take medicine with the deleterious high side effects common to medication. Also, this also helps to support cardiac health, eye health. It's going to help reduce doctor visits, unnecessary treatment, unnecessary removal of organs, and also unnecessary over-medication. We know opioids is a serious problem. So is obesity. When you take TAKA, the children start drinking it are going to recognize this is better than any pop. This is better than any kind of Monster and Red Bull and just naming a few of them. Rockstar is another one. We used to do that just to get that immediate adrenaline, but it would die off very quickly, just like caffeine. TAKA seems to last all day long. I can go to sleep at 11 p.m. or I could lecture 12 hours at 11 p.m. TAKA doesn't keep me awake, but it does keep me very mentally clear with its brain health, and cardiovascular support has been incredible. And as you can hear, it helps you talk a lot quicker too.
Well, I just want to say, number one, I'm a big fan. Thank you so much for all that you do, for all of us healthcare providers out there that are trying to do the best for our patients. You've been a great friend and a mentor of mine for many years. I'm honored to be part of this company with you. And more importantly, I'm honored that we are bringing such great products like TAKA to millions of people out there that are going to benefit from more health and well-being in their lives, and also the impact that it will have in their lives. You know, one of the best things I did is that as soon as I started taking TAKA and felt the results, I immediately got my whole family taking it every single day. So I want you, if you're listening right now, I hope that this video inspired you to, number one, order the product right now. Go to the person that invited you to look at this video and begin to put the ingredients of TAKA in your body. But number two, if you're compelled to learn more about the opportunity of being part of this great company, and like Dr. Mali said, maybe perhaps being able to support other people and encourage other people to be healthy through these products, and maybe even get your product paid for or get compensated for that process, I just hope that you will ask the person that invited you more information, and hopefully they'll be able to guide you through that process so you can be part of this amazing family of Globallee. All right, I will see you guys soon, and thank you, Dr. Mali.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your mentorship. And remember, TAKA is the humane way to help humanity. Tell others about it and join up as soon as possible. Fab, you're incredible. Thank you so much for all your great work.
Thank you, everybody. See you soon.